Yeah.
Well, that's not fair, because Cat bruises very easily.
I bruise
Very
like a
easily.
peach.
Like exceptionally easily.
Yeah.
So how is it? How is that working on a show that's so heavy with the stunts and the effects?
We spent a tremendous amount of time working out together. If you're talking about bonding, I mean, it was sort of, we're on set in the gym and then asleep, and that was an ongoing theme. We got in good enough shape to not get injured and to do all the stunts ourselves, a lot of the stunts ourselves, and luckily we had a great stunt team as well who were very...
But that was part of the team coming together also. We wanted to challenge you guys early on to get your bodies in shape, to wrap your heads around the character, do everything possible to commit as fully as one could imagine to the characters themselves. And if you look at the way your bodies have changed, your voices have changed, everything has changed in regard to the way you carry yourselves. In the spirit of truly becoming the characters, I think you guys did a great job, because Ed, Cassie, me, we were all very specific about, if you're going to do this, you got to go all the way, and you got to be believable, and you got to make it happen for all these passionate fans. So, and you guys have seen the behind the scenes snaps of everybody in the gym bringing it and doing their thing. So good job to all you guys, and I think it pays off in the physical demands of the show.
And so speaking to that, they have to do certain things to bring it. For you guys, you had to bring things that Cassie gave us in the books as far as look and tone and atmosphere. And so let's talk about putting this show together as far as like the lighting, the coloring, the costuming, all that stuff. Cassie, did you help with this?
No.
No. You just sat back and was like...
I helped with the casting, actually. That was the thing I was most involved in at the beginning. So, in fact, I remember the casting for for pretty much everybody here. And we were looking for Clary. And I remember Jace was first, because I remember I was visiting Ed and the production company, and they had the Jaces up on like this big screen. And there were all these different people. And I looked and I was like, that guy. And Robert, who's our...
And he couldn't do it, so I was...
They were like, we're hiring Dominic Sherwood. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, that guy. And Robert, who's German and talks like this all the time, was like, he looks mean. And I was like, exactly. Yeah, like, exactly. So he was like, okay. So they brought Dom in and everybody loved him. And I don't think he's actually mean.
Well,
so...
Cassie, why don't we check? Everybody... How'd we do with Dom Sherwood? All right.
All right, the people have spoken.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you all. I think it's fair to say, like you were talking about commitment and how we've all come together as a cast, I think it's fair to say that there isn't any commitment and there isn't really any success in a show like this without everyone pulling their weight 100%. And that's not just the cast and McGee and Cassie and Ed. It's also the crew that we had in Toronto and like the other characters who aren't here and everyone who's behind the scenes. There's not one person that I met on this production who wasn't 100% there all the time. So it's not just us. I think it's important to remember that this is a team and all of us tried 100% because everyone was trying 100%. So we all kind of put this thing together. Spearheaded by our lovely leaders here.
Indeed. Every single person involved in this project, everyone, from literally every single person I met on set, is completely committed and completely passionate and completely enthralled and excited for this show. And I think it really will show on screen.
Yeah, nice. How are we doing the tattoos?
Oh.
Runes.
First of all, they're runes.
They're called runes.
Well, Jess.
Real ones?
The runes are a process of... did you ever have that gum when you were a kid? And like you'd unfold the gum and there was like a little transfer tattoo and you put water on and it sticks to your skin? So that's like step one. We have rune-shaped versions of those and they put them all over our bodies. I think we counted... In my first shirtless scene, I have 25.
Wow.
25? All over my body.
And they also kind of change and evolve. So we have like different things and we put new ones on dependent on what we need here and there. And obviously Clary is slowly starting to build up her kind of repertoire of runes. But it does take about an hour to kind of get them all on. We have them all over and then they have to be sealed and put on our body. And then at the end of the day, they all have